How's it going, boys? Johnny Superbman here, and I want to bring you another NHL 14 shootout commentary. But this commentary is not going to be talking about the gameplay in the background. I want to use this chance to talk about the Olympics. Canada winning gold, baby, men's and women's, unbelievable. Truly the greatest hockey nation in the world right now. And there's going to be people who disagree with me about that, but you know what? Whatever. 2 straight gold medals, 3 in 4 years. The women, 4 or 5 years, 4 years in a row, I believe. Unbelievable, right? And it was a great tournament. I'm glad that the final didn't have any controversy with the referees. I know beforehand Peter Forsberg and the Swedes were saying, too many Canadian refs in the final, whatever. I thought the final was a good game. The poor Swedes, they lost a lot of players due to injury. Backstrom, the stupid, I heard that he popped some allergy medication, like Claritin, and that he wasn't allowed to play just because of that. That sucks, but he should have known beforehand, right? He shouldn't have popped it. I don't know the whole story about that, but losing Backstrom was a big loss to the Swedes, and also losing Henrik Zetterberg, that was a big loss. But you know what? I mean, injuries, they're a part of hockey. Every team has to deal with them. Look at Team Canada. We had to drop Steven Stamkos, We also had John Tavares get injured. But that's one of the reasons that I say that Team Canada is the best team in the world right now, is because we have the depth to fill a superstar with another superstar, right? I mean, you look at Sweden. Who did they dress for Backstrom? It was like Jonathan Eriksson or Louis Eriksson's brother, or just another guy named Eriksson. When we lost John Tavares, who did we put in there? When we lost Steven Stamkos, who did we put in there? Martin St. Louis. Look at the Americans even. When they lost, who did they lose? Which defenseman did they lose? Oh, they lost a defenseman against Canada. Hang on, it'll come back to me. Wasn't Shattenkirk, wasn't Suter. It was like Paul Martin or Orpik. Yeah, I think it was Martin. They lost Martin, who already isn't considered, a top 5, top 10 defenseman in the NHL. He goes down. They got to replace him with Justin Falk. I mean, Canada's 7th defenseman was PK Subban, the former Norris Trophy winner from last year. Oh shit! I just hit this thing over. Former Norris Trophy winner from last year. He's our 7th defenseman. If PK Subban was American or Swedish, he would have been playing the whole freaking tournament. So that's the reason why Canada is better. In a one-game situation, the international teams can all compete. All right, Sweden's up there, America's up there, but Canada just simply has the depth so that when injuries happen, because they will happen in hockey, we can replace Crosby with Stamkos. We can replace Shea Weber, we can replace him with PK Subban. We have all these little parts and pieces that we can put in. And, with the Swedes, they lost back. They also lost Sedin, just too many injuries. And that last game, man, I don't want to say it because it's a little bit too easy to say and it's impossible to compare teams from the past with teams right now, but this Canadian team was almost the most dominant team I've ever seen, ever. Not just of all the Canadian teams I've ever seen play, this was the most dominant hockey team I've ever seen play the sport of hockey. All right? And people want to say, they didn't score enough goals. Well, guess what? That's NHL hockey. It's not about how many goals you score. It's about how many pucks you keep out of your net. And the Canadians, they proved that they can win the 1-goal game. All right? Carey Price as well. I mean, the mantle has been passed from Luongo to Carey Price. What a beast Carey Price is. Back-to-back shutouts against America and then against Sweden. I mean, absolutely incredible. And another thing, about Canada that makes them the number one is, other than Martin St. Louis, everybody on Team Canada is 29 or 30 years of age and younger, all right? There's no veterans up there. If you look at a team like Finland, who had a great damn run, congratulations on that bronze, they're using guys like Teemu Selanne, who I'm not saying is a bad player. I'm certainly not saying that. The guy put on a show, right? But he's 42 years of age. Canada, they were using just all of these young studs in their physical prime and having them all only have 30-second shifts. I mean, these guys, every time they touched the ice, there was not one tired Canadian out there, ever. It was, like the commentators were saying, it was machine-like. It was the best display of disciplined hockey I've ever seen in my life. Great goaltending, and of course, Crosby and Kunitz, people talking about how they're underperforming. Kunitz shouldn't have in here that we should have got Claude Giroux instead of Kunitz. He gets the big three-goal lead goal in the gold medal game to give us the 3-goal lead. And Sid the Kid Crosby, his 2 last Olympic goals have been scored in separate gold medal games. One to win the gold medal in overtime, and the second to give a big insurance marker. It wasn't a throwaway goal. It was a big 2-0 goal right there for Sid the Kid Crosby. The 3-0 goal was a put away. I kind of feel sorry for Henrik Lundqvist. I'm not saying that he should have had that. I mean, it was a perfect shot by Kunitz, but you could tell by his reaction, he felt like he should have had it. You know, like he wanted to have that shot back. And once that third goal went in, it was over. I mean, Team Canada, way too good defensively. Everyone wants to talk about their offensive firepower. I look at their defensive firepower. I see 2 amazing face-off players on every single line. All right, amazing penalty killers. I mean, we got studs who are great at creating offense, but also who kill penalties. Patrice Bergeron, Jonathan Toews, all right? These guys, Jonathan Toews is out there blocking shots and shit. It's just, it was a perfect team. It really was. It was an absolute perfect team. I don't see who you could have taken off and who you could have put in there to make it better. It was just so good, so good. So I just want to say congratulations to all the other teams. You know, Sweden, lift your heads up, man. You guys got a silver medal. That's solid. It sucks how the silver medal is so anticlimactic, but still, man, that's an Olympic silver medal. That's pretty damn solid. As well as the Finns, bronze medal. The poor Americans, I don't blame them for only getting 4th, you know. It was gold or nothing for America. They lost to Canada in 2010. You know they wanted to answer back. And when they lost that game to Canada, how are you going to match that same intensity and that energy level less than 24 hours later? I mean, they had to play the next day. I don't want to say that they should have won because that diminishes what the Finns accomplished. But to me, it was more like the Finns just wanted it more than the Americans wanted it. And the Finns are talented enough that if they want it more and you don't show up, they will beat you. And they beat them in convincing fashion. I mean, 5-0, right? But still, the Americans... To me, the Americans, they got the offense, they got the goaltending. Their defense is just not up to the same level as the Canadians' defense. All right, Brooks, Orpik. I mean, Suter and Shattenkirk are good, but then Orpik and Martin. I mean, our second line is Pietrangelo, Bouwmeester, right? It's a little bit different. So, there you go. There's my wrap-up for the Olympics. Team Canada, best country at hockey in the world right now. And you know what's interesting? I want to put this question to you guys. We could use the exact same team in 4 years, basically. You know how I said everyone's younger than the age of 30? Everyone would be 34 or younger, and people can still play at 34 years old. Martin St. Louis won't be back. But when it comes to the next Olympic Games, Sidney Crosby was the captain for this one, which I agree with. People said that Jonathan Toews should have been the captain, blah, blah, blah. Sid the Kid Crosby is the face of Team Canada, all right? Toews may, kill penalties and win faceoffs and be the on-ice leader, people may argue, but still, Crosby's the face. He got the C, all right? But now I think going into the next Olympic Games, right, if you had to choose between Crosby and Toews, would it be automatically Crosby, or has Toews, caught up to Crosby a little bit in the last few years, He's got the 2 Stanley Cups. He was a monumental piece in the gold medal Olympics this year. He got the golden goal. It wasn't an overtime goal, but it was the game-winning goal in a gold medal game. So now he's got the golden goal, right? Is Jonathan Toews maybe the new captain of Team Canada, or is it still Sid the Kid? I'll put that question to you guys, all right? So there you go. Once again, congratulations to all the countries. It was a great tournament, except for Russia. And for Russia, all I got to say is one thing. Get a damn North American NHL coach and stop with the damn political KHL. We got to get everybody to play bullcrap, all right? Play your best players. Play Malkin, play Ovechkin, play these guys. All right, that's all I'm going to say for Russia. All right, so if you guys have any opinions of your own, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.